It's Madden NFL 24, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons, and it's coming up next.
First opened in 2017. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. Taking it about the 1. Well, now how about this return? A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills. The ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He's got it to the 43 here.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Stafford runs over him, muscles him off. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, They have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A big play here for Buffalo. 46 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple. To throw is Wilson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Monty Rice, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Monty Rice drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
But it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Falcons are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the game.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Hey, middle.
On second down, here's Stafford. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give it to Swift. Takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, it's Walker. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. From the 50 at Stafford. And he fires one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
First catch so far by Pickens. It's good for a first down. Off the middle, here's Walker. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Oh, some strong running. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. This is caught by Dare Ogunbowale. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Wilson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Nicole Hardman, 60 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is caught by Evans. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Bills. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Catch is made by Hardman. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before the break. Stafford. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. George Pickens as time expires in the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead on the final play of the half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
So we are at halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter.
Here we go.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still working for the coordinator.
79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And going right back to Walker. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3rd and 5. Stafford now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowers. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at about the 14. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now Wilson. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Wilson. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Throwing is Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game, facing a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Hardman to return. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And quickly, they get to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, 70! Monday!
Throwing is Stafford. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now in Atlanta. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
Go 14.
Gets this one to Morris. Touchdown! Quentin Morris, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
The offense on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Dancing, now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to... There he goes, left side! And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield?
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Bass on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Straight ahead, Walker. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now 2nd and 9.
Double right.
Stafford. And the reception made by Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. To the right side, this is Walker, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defense.
It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
You ready?
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here now, 3rd down. They run again with Walker. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Koo knocks this one through the post. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by a field goal, 1:06 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throwing now is Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?